Hi, I'm Jeff, and in this video we're going to show you all the unique things we've used Mighty Case for. It's sort of an overview video of some of the cases that we've built to hold our own personal gaming stuff, and hopefully inspires you to go out and build whatever it is you need Mighty Case for. When it came to holding paints, we really wanted to make a system that was incredibly diverse. So we went with a single row style holder, which you can see here. And what this allows us to do is put your paints either on an angle here so you can see all of your paint styles, or stack them kind of similar here. It also allows you to mix and match different paint styles. So we have a very wide bit bottom here paint bottle. We have thinner ones like the army painters over here. We have the lethal shadow ones, which are different sizes as well. And this allows you to mix and match all of your different types of paints, including pots. It also allows you to stack a lot in at one time because we added these notches towards the back here, which allow the paints to stack front to back better. So it gives you more room. And these nice little rows sit perfectly on the table, standing up, or you can lay them flat to see all your colors. This is a really convenient way to just be able to pull out a row of paints, put them on the table, and start painting. We also have a more traditional style tray for holding paints, which is like this. The neat thing about this is that it holds a bunch standing up, and depending on the height of the bottle, some people have obscure bottle sizes. This might be better for some type of bottles that are out there. The downside is that you can't transfer these between different widths. So this is a level 3, and it will always be a level 3, where the single ones can fit level 2s all the way up to level 5. So you just keep stacking them depth-wise. One of the things that I like about the system is that with this is a giant amount of paints. I don't need to carry this every place I go. If I'm going to paint at a friend's house or at a game shop, this is not what I'm going to bring. There's too many paints, too many styles. What I like to bring is this little tiny box. This is a simple box, and you can take paints out of here, and I'll try to grab one without looking, and you can simply just slide it into here. Now that those are in place, I can just close this, latch it, and now I have a nice little carrying case for carrying my paints. This is a medium simple case with a trifold setup. This also holds my paints as well. Some of them are a little missing. They're actually over here. But this was just to give you an example that even with a medium, you can hold a lot of paints. And this is for trifold, so I can close this one and then close this and just latch it. And now I have a nice little paint set that I can carry with me. We all have that massive card collection. Let's have a look at how Mighty Case helps solve it. With Mighty Case, we tried to put as many cards as possible inside of one case. The level 3 seems to work best for this. So if you want to just do a deck box, level 3 seems to be best. But as you can see, you can hold a bunch of cards inside of one case. Like all the solutions for Mighty Case, there are several different ways that we are solving each problem. So with cards in particular, we have these drawers here. So if you have a very large collection and you just want to hold your cards, this is a really good way of holding your cards in these card trays. They do have the pull-up tabs. These will hold standard cards with enough room for sleeves and double sleeves. We made sure of that. And there are dividers so that the cards, if you don't have a full stack, they won't fall. Another way we're supporting cards inside of Mighty Case are with deck holders. So these trays hold decks of cards, not just your random, it's your full collection, but actual single decks. And you can just pop out your deck and start playing. A very unique thing to our system is we have these drop-down trays that can hold decks. And where it's not space efficient, it is very convenient to be able to just grab a deck straight out of these little swivel trays and start playing. So where, some people might want to have a lot more cards in their system, there might be an opportunity where you just want to have like fast access to your cards, and this allows for it. And if you're looking for something smaller, This is a medium-sized deck holder where you have your trays with counters put in. Because it's a medium, we can't do double wide, but you can definitely get your a full deck in here, get your dice for counters. That slips right on top. And down here, you have your either sidecars with other decks or other cards you might want to put in your deck, or you can put decks in here if you really wanted to. And these slip right in. And this holds a lot of cards in a very small space and keeps them very well organized. And it's a nice little small box just for carrying cards. The DMs out there, ModiCase has you covered. You can build some crazy DM screens with this system. This is just one example. We're going to go over some of the pieces in here. To figure out what case is going to work best for you, please see our instruction manual. There's a bunch of ways you can build your own screen, customize it the way you want it. We just wanted to give one example of how that would be shown here. So let's get into it. With a DM screen, most people have the traditional, we want 3 panels sort of play, and that's what this does. Here you have little drop-down trays that right now we have minis in, if you're doing a board game style DM setup. No DM is good without sort of pen and pencils to take your notes on. Up here we have little token holders, little mini holders here as well. This is using the loop system. We have 2 things up here for clips for your notes, and I'll show you that in a second. We have note holders, so you can take your cards, index cards that you normally would have laying around when you're taking notes as you're playing. You can hold all your index cards here, but you can take your index cards out and slip them right into here. So while you're DMing, now they're presented to you. One of the unique things about the ModiCase system is the ability to hold really big books or papers or maps or boards. This piece here swivels out so that you can get to your books easy, and you can just like pull out a book here, and then there's your DM book. It's actually behind it is a Warhammer book. Those are a little bigger sometimes. And then your 8.5-11 sheet of paper, or you can put maps back here. And the reason why this actually swivels out is because if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to actually get more in there. So we made this whole swivel system at different lengths, so you can attach it here, you can attach it a little further up with a longer arm. Depending on how big your books are, you can adjust it depending on that. So that's a DM screen. Let's talk about mini storage. This is a giant case. We actually can go a little bigger than this, but this is a large with a horizontal center. As you can see, we're actually holding 2 separate armies here. We're holding both a Tau and a Chaos Space Marines, and we still have room for a dice tower on this side. So let's take some of these out, show you how it works. ModiCase uses 2 different ways of holding minis. One is loops, which you've used in the past. It's a really good way of holding your minis in place and allowing you to make up your own grid of your different size bases. So you can mix and match as many different size bases as you like, as long as they fit on the trays that you have and they don't go anywhere. Another example of loops that we can use is this particular base here, which has this round arc. This allows us to do a very big base mini across 2 different sections of a case. So if you watch, this particular loop actually closes into this side here. That's why the side's a little void, but it does have this in it because it didn't interfere with this mini model itself. So this has a bunch of cards in it, and as long as I had it not on the first level, so as long as it doesn't interfere with this one here, it can actually just close in on itself and hold that giant mini. The other way we have for holding down minis is the rail system. So with the rail system, this works really well when you have a bunch of minis that are of the same size bases and you want to fill out an entire army with those. This holds them really, really well, and they don't move, and you just slot them in. They are customizable, so you can actually change the different rails depending on what size mini you have. to adjust for the different size bases. Let's start taking some stuff out of here and showing you how this case holds all of your minis, including 2 separate armies and a dice tower. All of this came from this one case. It's 2 separate full armies for playing Warhammer. It is a full Tau and a full Chaos Space Marines setup, and a couple extras that I had extra room for that aren't even painted yet. On this side here, you have a full dice tower. So as you're playing, you can use the case as a dice tower. The dice tower works by pushing these 2 down. You can put all your dice up here, and you can do easy rolling by simply just pushing. So all of these things can easily fit into a case of this size. This is holding an entire board game. The box itself it came in got destroyed, and I decided to put it all inside of one mighty case. On this side, we have the card holders that came with the game and counters for each character. We have boards, we have user manual. So here are the boards. We have the user manual back there, instruction manual. We have all the tokens, the playing cards. We have all of the minis over here, and they're sitting inside the rails system. And in these little trays here, we have the mini cards. We also have all the dice and markers that come for this board game in all these 3 different trays. So everything for this particular game fit perfectly inside of, this is a medium case. So it's a medium case without any extension, and this entire board game fit perfectly in here, and it makes it very easy to access. One of the things that Mighty Case is really good for is it's not just to carry your games around or to store them. It actually becomes part of your actual gaming experience. So this is a print your own sort of game itself. So you download it, you print everything yourself, and including the paper, the cards, and the minis, even the dice. And for this game, there was no box, clearly because it was print your own. But here you can see that this is actually set up to be sitting on the side as you play the game. So this is the instruction manuals. It sits right here on these paper holders, and if you want to, you can take them off and remove them and have more of your instructions here. Over here we have a dice tower so that you can roll your dice, and we have dice trays. So as you're playing, you have a built-in dice tower. Up here we put a little clip that actually holds the scenario that's happening right now on the table as you're playing, so you don't forget what it is, because we always forget what scenario we're playing at the time. So this is a little card holder. And as you change things out, here's a DIY tray that I'm using to hold all my scenarios and all of the different outcomes for the way each mini works. We have the minis, and you usually don't have all your minis on the table at one time, so here it keeps them nice and organized. Allows you to take them off and move them onto the playing field as you're playing. So if you think of this like kind of on the side as you're playing, it becomes more as part of the experience as you play, instead of just, I have my case, take my stuff out, move forward. This little fella is both dice storage and a dice tower in one. You open it up, you pull down your rollers, you pull out your dice, all these trays have dice in them, and you line up the dice, and you simply just push to roll. It's that simple. It's a really simple, nice little compact dice roller. We hope this video has inspired you to go out and build your own Mighty case. As you can see in this video, it is incredibly diverse and hopefully meets all of your needs. Happy building.